Hello everyone, and welcome to War Thunder Wednesday. Today we are flying the British planes, starting out with Spitfire Mark II, and we're playing Domination. If you don't know what Domination on War Thunder is, there's a certain number of airfields, and you have to land, or at least do touch and go, on each airfield long enough to capture it. If you capture all three of them, even maybe two I think, the enemy victory tickets start to go down, and once they hit 0, then your team wins. And it's a little difficult because the entire team, both teams, they'll swarm over any open airfield. And if you're trying to land, you're going to get shot down because it's just a big fur ball of enemy aircraft trying to keep others from landing. Friendly aircraft trying to allow theirs to land, and it's just a big mess. Right here, flying into the furball, I spot a nice Russian I-16 airplane that I think it'd be pretty good dance partner to try and dogfight with, but it was early in the morning, I was a little shaky still, my hands weren't steady, so I don't end up shooting this guy down. But I do stay on a 6 so that he doesn't come around on me and shoot me down. Because any person in arcade battles who gets on your tail, if they stick, they're stuck until you get shot down. There's not a lot of things you can do to shake people in arcade battles on War Thunder because the physics, they have them equaled out so that nobody really has a major advantage. As you can see, a friendly plane swoops in, catches the I-16 on fire, and I break off because I didn't want to get shot down by a friendly, because people don't really know to break off an attack so they don't get shot down. But I pick up a BF-110, figure he should be an easy target. But the BF-110 is actually, I'm not sure if it's heavily armored itself, but it takes a lot of shots to take down. You can see some tracers are zipping past me now, and I don't realize to break off. That's one problem that I have, and I think most War Thunder players probably get in this zone too, where it's, I'm gonna get this kill, I'm gonna shoot this guy down, and even if there's tracers zipping around, they're just zoned in, and they don't want to break off so that other people can't steal their kill. Like this guy right here, swoops down onto the BF-110's trail, even though I was already shooting at it. But hey, I get an assist eventually, so it's not that big a deal. Right there, assist. It doesn't bother me, because either way you're getting points, and you get the lions for purchasing things, which is nice. Even if you don't actually get any kills, if you get assists, you can still get the lions and the research points. So basically, everything comes out alright. Following another plane right here. Once again, taking a few shots at it, but a little shaky, only get a couple hits. And once again, focused in on getting the kill. Don't react to the tracers following me until it's too late. I pull up, this guy overshoots me, but like I said, too late. Everybody's still on my tail. A couple more planes still following me, and I get shot down. Right there. But switch over to the Hurricane, think, okay, Spitfire didn't work out too well. Maybe the Hurricane will work a little bit better. Not sure why. Don't really think it had any advantages over the Spitfire. But, we'll see how it works. So, zooming down towards the furballs over the airfield takes a little bit, since fighter spawn is not as far as the bomber spawn away from the action, but still far enough that you don't just zoom in and immediately get killed. Which, knowing me, would probably happen quite often. But, like I said, zooming into the furball, trying to find someone to dogfight, get on their 6, try and shoot him down. And more tracers. As always, somebody's on my tail. But don't react to him this time. Try and zoom in on that guy, and almost, well, I guess I wasn't really that close to crashing into the ground. Turn around, try and come at him again. Get a couple hits on him. Trying to flip over onto a 6, and I get rammed. That's one of my biggest problems with War Thunder, people ramming, but what are you gonna do? Join the bomber that I had already in progress, because like I said, the bomber spawn is pretty far away, but since I have bombs flying in, trying to take out some of the enemy ground targets, I don't really know if they affect capturing airfields or not, but I don't know, it's nice to have less enemy ground units than friendly ground units. I do hit a couple with the bombs, get one surface kill, but because I'm flying a bomber, I don't have any guns that I as the pilot can control. I can switch over to the gunners, but if I do, then I'll just be flying in a straight line and I'll be easy target. Flying right now is the Beaufort. It has one gunner in the nose and one gunner in the turret behind the pilot that you can see right there. I think right now my gunner is unconscious because he's not turning the turret to follow anyone, but the nose gunner is trying to shoot down enemy bomber flying over the airfield. Doesn't really work because the bombers are more heavily armored, but I decide to just try and gunship it, fly back and forth, have my gunners take people out, but it doesn't work as well since my tail gunner, well, back turret gunner, my back turret gunner is unconscious. I get an assist there of some sort. Oh no, this aircraft destroyed. But flying around, tracers missing me this time. As a fighter, they always hit me. Drop my bombs, get another surface kill because my bombs reloaded. In arcade, you don't have to fly back to a friendly base to reload your bombs. They just automatically reload after a countdown. This is definitely where my gunner is unconscious because there's somebody on my 6 and my gunner's not shooting at him. So I switch over to the gunner view. Can't get him because he's unconscious, so I decide to try and evade, take him back towards friendly fighters, hoping that for once maybe they'll try and protect the bomber, but it doesn't happen. It rarely does, but it's arcade mode. It shouldn't really bother anyone, especially in domination. Bombers are useless in domination, but engine goes out. Thought about putting the gear down and landing, but I crash and I skid. Gunner tries one last hurrah, but engines are on fire. I'm done. I show you the score here to show that we're in pretty bad shape. The enemy is winning by a lot. But as I start my dive, I level out closer to the combat zone, and look at that. It's turned in our favor. Everything's looking up. The enemy doesn't have very many planes left. I wasn't doing very well, but what can you do? Turn on the smoke, do a little aileron roll. Teammates are loving it. We get the win. Comeback victory. And there you go.